everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello. We had a power cut. We get these lovely little power cuts here, and they happen maybe like once a week, once every 2 weeks. And normally, George's woman, thank you. And normally, why is it there? Normally, they happen during the night. And this one happened during the day. It means for some reason I've lost. You go. Oh, here we go. I've lost some of the functionality of stream elements. There we go. Don't quite know where that one is gone. We're back. Welcome. Kath is making a lovely cup of coffee. We had a little power cut. It happens from time to time here. And it just kind of pinged us off. And there was a wonderful moment where the lights went out when we were talking to the caller, and the computer was still going, and we were, what? Mickey McKinney, thank you for the sub. Mason John, thank you for the bits. George's woman, thank you for the sub. David J. Fury, thank you for the sub. I think we can go back to our caller now. Guys. Kath has gone to stick 50p in the meter. Sean, let's call Sean back. We missed Sean. Refresh worked. El Cid 1000. Thank you. Oh, now look. Now we've lost that dono bar. I've got to reset that. I'm really sorry. I've got to reset that. It's a weird little. It's not even like a proper power cut. It's just a little ding.
Yep.
That it goes off for a second, and it's annoying if I don't use the radio alarm to set an alarm anymore. But it used to be that right.
It's almost like something gets tripped. That sometimes happens at my house. A trip switch goes.
Yeah, but I think it happens. It happens next door as well.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why can't we say that? See that dono bar? Ay, Chihuahua. Have I had a new dono bar? Bear with us, callers. This is technical. Sean, we're going to call you back.
Anyway, that Insiders last night. So I started watching it thinking, I just can't really nothing's really sticking with me at the moment when it comes to telly. But I'll give it a try. It looks interesting. And also I'll try it without the subtitles. I managed about 40 minutes. So the first episode without subtitles. And I think I missed quite a bit because I'm so tired. And also, the slang has changed in Spain since I lived there. My slang is probably quite old-fashioned. I found it really interesting that there are new words. Well, the new words like trolling, hater, and streaming, all English. They haven't got their own words for it at this point, so that was helpful. But it was such a good show. But I feel bad for watching it. But the thing that's making me watch it is me wondering whether it's real or not. So anyway, it's called Insiders. It's on Netflix. Give it a go. Don't be intimidated by the subtitles. Because you watch flipping
They'll watch it dubbed because they're scumbags.
Yeah, well, I think it's better when you can hear them speaking in their own voices.
Here we go. We're back.
Faithy book, yes. I do say that, Jason Stratham. Of course they do.
Look at him shoving that toy mouse in my boot.
Outrageous.
Watching it stops to have a little preen. Right, let's call Sean back because I feel we have unfinished. Do tip your waiters! ! Donate is if you want to know how, click on that. It's the best way to get money into our pocket. Money gets split 50-50. We'll talk about the radio show and the radio station in a little bit. Let's call Sean back first. Everyone came back. That's good.
Thanks so much.
Hello.
Sorry about that, Sean. We had a little power blip.
Right. It's okay.
Please don't take it personally.
I thought I'd been dumped.
Yes.
Listen, we have got so few listeners, we can't afford to dump any.
Funnily enough, I just went on the. I was trying to find you again. I just went on the bloody what they call it, the Twitter, and I went on your Twitter, and my picture with you guys was on there.
What?
From yeah, absolutely.
What do you mean it was on there? How did it just get on there?
I don't know. I really don't know. Because I think it was when you left the previous station that shall not be mentioned. I think I put on there that, oh man, I'm so going to miss these guys on the radio,
so hang on.
you know?
So you posted it on Twitter?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, well, suddenly that mystery is solved.
Yeah. That'll do it.
No, I didn't post it tonight.
It just popped up again?
Remember
when you did this?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
okay.
Is there? Here's because I'm looking for. I do think there is a huge. Radio doesn't really exist for me anymore. It's just Alan Bezic, and I can. If I'm in the car, I'll do maybe 15 minutes of James. But that's I want something light and frothy. Alan Bezic, but this weekend was boring. If I'm honest, Sunday was better, but that Tony. Oh, Alan. My mum. Well. We as a family, Paul McCartney used to walk past our house.
I heard the one about Paul McCartney in the makeup counter.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
That one.
That was good.
So did it continue the next day, but in a boring fashion?
No, well, he did a phone in, Sean. Get this, because there were no calls, right? And we pull out safe ones if there are no calls. Have you ever met a famous person? Call me now. That was it.
What's your favourite biscuit?
What's your favourite biscuit?
When's the last time you saw a white dog poo?
What is the best sandwich filling?
If you're in doubt, always pull out the favourite biscuit. That never fails.
We used to do things like, what have you been stuck in?
Yeah. And the ones that I would swear against doing were legalisation of cannabis.
Old sweets.
And bring back hanging. They were we have done old sweets on this one. So
you can just hear it now, can't you? You can just hear it now, can't you? 0345.
So what do you listen to, Sean? What do you listen to on the radio? British, Australian, or anywhere?
Because in Australia they can swear on the radio, can't they?
No, I thought that was New. Oh, is it? It's New Zealand. They can.
Yes, they kind of do. It all depends on. There's a lot of talkback, and it's like it can be a little bit sort of a little bit left to Genghis Khan. Some of the talkback stations, but it's pretty good, and you know what it's like now. You've got the other station have got their comment channel, and they've got their news channel now, and it's like. It's and all it is, it's just bear baiting. It's just pure bear baiting. And to be honest with you, I'm a bit bored with it. And I think that what you guys do, you guys just, it's like there's no agenda. You just have fun. You just talk about music, talk about the Monkeys, talk about the North, talk about the South, and that's what people, in my opinion, that's what people want.
Yeah.
They don't want to be stirred up. They don't want to be stirred up. They don't want to be baited. They don't want to be prodded. They just want to have and be entertained.
Well, I don't know. Some people seem to love it because it kind of gives a little bit more an official sheen to their prejudices. But the pearl clutching only works if you do it, once a fortnight. Never mind every bloody day.
Yeah, I agree. But I agree with Danny Baker along the lines of, you know what? Say what you like. People just want. Well, this might be an old school way of thinking, but people just want to be entertained. They want entertainment. They want to be made. They want to have a laugh. They want to be entertained, and that's what it's all about in my book. And these scoundrels, for want of a better word, I know I'm not going to be dumped, but these scoundrels, they just play. They just play to that agenda constantly.
Yeah.
And I think that, in a time when people's mental health has never been sort of worse, and I listen to a lot of UK stuff because I've got the tuning app and all this.
All right, mate, stop showing off, buddy. Stop showing off.
Listen to a lot of UK stuff, but you know what? People, when push comes to shove, people just want to have a laugh. They want to be entertained. They want to. And you guys bring that. and you always have done. And you know what? There should be a place on some. And I understand what you're saying, Ian, in terms of, I think radio's changing. It's changing big time. But I think there's got to be a place for, and you know, I mentioned Danny Baker before. He got kicked to the curb for something he said. You know what I mean? But people just want to be entertained. It's as simple as that.
I'm assuming, Sean, you have downloaded the Radio Anywhere app.
I want to know how I can support you guys from Australia.
Well, I mean, okay, there's a couple of ways. Financially, you can sign up to the Patreon, you can donate.
I'm not a stooge, by the way. If anybody else is listening,
that's exactly what a stooge would say. Thank you very much.
So financially,
I'm not a stooge. I'm not a stooge.
There's donate and there's Patreon, but financially, it's not available to everyone, and that is cool. So just by being here helps us and makes us, makes us feel loved. I do genuinely suggest you download the Radio Anywhere app. I'm guessing it will be available. It is available worldwide, I think.
Did you say Radio Anywhere, Ian?
I said that, yes. Let me just clarify. Radio Anywhere. And, I'm feeling overwhelmed by it at the
television.
moment. I'm trying to make something out of that. And I'm going to be doing a phone-in show every Monday night, 10 o'clock UK time, for the foreseeable future. And I'm hoping, Monday, the 8th of November is a Monday. And I'm hoping to kind of like launch properly there, have everything up and running and the schedule in place and all of that.
Another thing you could do, Sean, would be very handy, is tell your friends, brackets, as long as they're not dickheads.
Did you say friend, singular, or friends?
Tell a friend. Tell a cherished friend.
Thank you, Catherine. You've just really made me feel so much better.
The two key things for this are being artistically...
Tell your friend.
Tell your friend. Are being artistically satisfied, which we are, and financially satisfied, which we, it is what it is. So how can you help us? You just give us money. That's the key, basically.
Can you guys send me links and stuff? Because I know we're probably on air now and stuff, that's not appropriate. But
do you know that we are? You were in the chat, right?
I think so, but what I was going to do is I'm happy to promote it on Facebook and stuff like that.
Yes.
I've only got like 1,000 odd people, but
if every one of your 1,000 friends gave us £1,000, we'd be all right up until Christmas.
Listen, don't go there. I've already tried that. I've already tried that with my stick.
If you're in, listen, email us and we'll send the chat.
I only got five schmucks to do it.
There we go. 5. Wow. If you email us, we'll send you the links. If you're in the chat, the links will be posted. And your support, Sean, is appreciated and gratefully and warmly received.
Send me the email address. What's the email address?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You got baby.
Stay nice. We're nearly finished and we're not falling out with him.
God, I've got to wipe this guy's ass.
It is. Late. I'm saying it. Shush. Late. Shut up. I'm saying it. Late night alternative at gmail.com. Although we could get an at ianandcatherine.com email.
We should really.
That just rolls off the tongue.
I'll roll off your tongue in a minute with my...
what?
Yeah. Come over here anytime you want, Ian.
Teach you a lesson.
Gosh, this is turned, hasn't it?
All right, Sean, this is getting creepy now.
No, it's all good, man. Hey, keep up the brilliant work.
Thank you.
And I appreciate all you do.
Talk to you bye.
Goodbye. That just reminded me, that booty call there. That just reminded me, apparently the different hearts that you use in your emojis mean different things.
Go on, let's be having it.
I saw it the other day because someone sent me a purple heart and I was thinking, what does that mean? I'm brave. No, apparently that's a horny old booty call. Hang on, let me find it.
You find it and I'm going to thank, we've had some subs, we've had Scotty Wings, we've had El Cid, Mickey McKinney. I think we mentioned those apart from Scotty Wings. Thank you. If you've got Amazon Prime, you can link your Amazon Prime to your your Twitch account, and that means you can sub to us for free. We get £2 between us. It's not a lot. You get 20, 30, 40. Suddenly it becomes a little bit juicy. So link your Amazon Prime to your Twitch, and you can click on sub and sub with Amazon Prime. It doesn't cost you a penny. Also, it doesn't auto renew. So if you think you're subbed by Amazon Prime, just click on it and check. Just have a little check and see, because you might need to redo it. And if you want to donate, this is our job. You know, the Patreon and the subs don't really cover the bills. Better than nothing. But if we hit these donation targets, then that quite often just takes us a little bit closer to covering the bills. So thank you. Always new depths. Thank you very much for your sub. Catherine Boyle is back in the room.
What does the purple heart emoji mean according to dictionary.com? The purple heart emoji depicts a classic representation of a heart-coloured purple, as you might imagine. It's commonly used to represent love, support, close bonds and admiration for things that have some relation to the colour purple. It is also... Hang on.
Oprah Winfrey.
The colour purple. Hang on. Hang on.
Alistair, we'll call you back in a second, mate.
What is he sending us? Not a purple heart. Hang on. I found it. Where is it?
She's typed in different heart emoji, horny.
Because here it is. Hang on. Yellow heart. Okay, so here we go. Red heart, obviously, right?
I'm alive.
Orange heart.
Well, hang on. Red heart, obviously what?
Loving that.
I thought a red heart was, I really enjoy your comment. I love your comment. It's not I love you.
We cannot begin any conversation without love topping our priority list, and the red heart is just for that. Holding the first and biggest place in the heart emojis box, the red heart appears bigger than the other emojis with a beating or pumping feature. Wow. Which indicates that your love is growing stronger. The classic heart is for someone who you love dearly, as it is a symbol of friendship, unconditional love, passion, romance, and good feelings. Use this bright and vibrant heart emoji to signify that someone or something means a lot to you. Orange heart. Close to the romantic one, this heart emoji also expresses love, but cowardly. Oh. The coward's red heart, or the orange heart emoji, is used when you want to send a red heart but don't have the courage since you are a bottler. Or you're in a situationship where you act like lovers, but only in particular situations. I've never heard that before, situationship.
Well, that is friends with benefits, right?
I think so. Its messages, I like you deeply as a friend, or can be used as flirting to define a friend zone relationship. Alternatively, it means friendship and care, as orange signifies all the posy vibes that come with a good friend. Joy, happiness, creativity, encouragement, sunshine, and occasional. Yellow heart. Another one for friends. This heart signifies energy. Closest colour to gold. The yellow heart emoji should be used for someone who has a heart of gold, is very kind and good-natured, or for things and activities that make you happy or optimistic. The yellow heart emoji can be used as a great compliment for someone. Its usage means that their friendship brings you joy.
The only emoji I use, and I love it because I use it for everything, and sometimes it just feels so dismissive to me, is that.
Oh, it is.
That. Just do that.
It is. I've sent you quite heartfelt text and got that.
I'm really upset about my divorce.
That wasn't mine.
Looking forward to going bowling tomorrow. I crashed my car and broke my leg. I love it. It's so dismissive.
That's only seconded by. Here's one. My children's dad, who sends ones that are automated.
Yeah.
So he'll just go, "Sounds great," or it'll be excellent. And I think, you don't talk like that. You're from Luton. Green heart.
Okay.
Do you want it?
Yeah, go on.
Does not signify environmental connotations, though it can be used to express your love for the planet. It's often mistaken for signifying only that meaning, but a green heart emoji is instead used for acquaintances, volunteers, or friends who are your juniors.
I mean, I don't know.
But in Spanish, verde is their word for like blue. So an old, dirty film is a green film.
Here's an interesting thing. I've just had a WhatsApp from David Turners. David, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're 5 comments away from the answer. David says, Ian, have you ever converted a VHS to a format you can put on YouTube? Yes, I have, a long time ago, and you need some equipment. I haven't done it for ages, and I suspect my equipment is slightly out of date. But Pete is your man.
Speak to Pete.
And I know why you want to do it. They're going to do, the computer game show guys are going to watch an old game show that David was on as like a 6-year-old. Hey, David, can you call in?
I imagine he was pretty much the same but shorter.
Yeah. Or you could Google it. David, right, the computer game show, I've been howling at it. I get their show and I get their monthly podcast. I've been howling at it this month. It's so good. And I hope that answers your question. And David, you're probably at work, so you probably can't call him. His family setup, he might call him.
He says 1 sec, yeah.
His family setup is insane.
Oh.
I was howling at it, but I was also thinking, oh my God, that's terrible. That's actually, that feels like abuse with a small a.
What do you mean his family setup?
His family setup as a kid, not his
What's up?
family. Can you hear us, David?
Yeah, I can hear you now, loud and clear. What's up?
Congratulations on your podcast this week. Genuinely hilarious.
Thank
I would
you.
suggest your top 20. I don't know if I've heard 20. I would say top 10.
You've only just started listening a few months ago.
Yeah, they're funny.
He thought it was funny.
Hey, I don't know if you saw last
man.
night's stream when I was setting up Radio Anywhere, and it was basically just me tagging your shows, 30 of your shows, and putting them in playlists.
And cursing you.
There's a lot of cursing.
Yeah.
Right.
There is a lot of cursing.
First of all, I urge everyone to go and download the Computer Game Show podcast. We'll get the link in the chat in a second. Secondly, what the hell went on with you as a child?
I better be careful. So I'm
Does
round my mum and dad's now. we came down for the weekend. So
you're gonna have your mind
shut the door.
blown.
Or it will explain everything.
Or this could be the start of the conversation that I think needs to be had.
Yeah, no, it's weird, isn't it? But like as I said on the show, it was never something that I thought, oh no, we had a rough upbringing, because we didn't. It was like a really happy one, but there was just these weird things that happened that you thought was totally normal.
Yeah.
Until you get older. Like, for example, I thought everyone had to wait until Christmas evening to open their Christmas presents. Turns out that you had to wait until the evening on Christmas Day to open our Christmas presents.
Wow, because
okay.
I know posh people do it Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
But,
no.
you
we
had to
weren't
wait
allowed
all
open
day.
everything,
So all
though.
the other kids are tiptoeing downstairs at 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
house.
This
no
is
point.
nothing. What? When did your
Do you want
parents
to do
stop?
the-
When did your parents stop buying you clothes?
Oh, when I was 13.
Why? So what, you went naked?
I don't know. No, we had to either wait till birthday or Christmas, or we had to use like paper round money or whatever. There was
And that was a rule.
well, it wasn't like a strict rule. It's just we just stopped getting clothes throughout the year, so we had to do something about it.
Flipping heck.
And
I know, it's a bit weird.
This is almost as weird as Keith Malley's "You Are Not Allowed to Laugh at the Cat."
I thought,
yeah,
what's that?
Yeah, he had a list of rules. I mean, his upbringing was pretty strange. But Keith, from Keith and the Girl, one of the rules in the house was you are not allowed to mock the cat in her presence. You're not allowed to laugh at the dinner table or too loudly outside.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we were allowed to laugh at least, so we had that.
how did your family get? And I kind of empathise with this, although we never went as far as you. How did your family have free childcare in the summer?
And they sent us to a Christian camp across the road, because we lived near Malden Park in Malden. It's a big old park, and in the middle of it there's sort of like this huge stage, and during the summer holidays they used to have this Christian camp. You didn't stay there,
Right.
but it was all day long. You would turn up, and there was all different age groups, and they had these big presentations on stage, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Well, none of us are religious. We're not.
In fact, you're Jewish, right?
Yeah, that's a bit odd. But yeah, none of us were religious, but Mum and Dad used to just send us over there, like all the way through summer holidays. It was really bizarre.
You got sent to Sunday school, though, didn't you?
We had Sunday school and Wednesday club, and it was very happy clappy kind of church, and it was white, but it was very, very happy clappy kind of. It was gospel tabernacle.
Right.
And looking back, I go, God, there was only like 2 people of colour there, and it was this lot of big acoustic guitars. But we used to play games, David, and we had a great game. It was my favourite game. We had to stand up holding your Bible, and they would say, "Sheathe your swords," and you put your sword under your Bible. "Draw your swords," and they'd say, "Corinthians 2, 15," and you'd have to find that quote and read it out. The first one to read it out was like the winner.
It was called Christian Soldiers, wasn't it?
I don't know. The game didn't have that name, but it was always between me and Fiona King. Fiona King, of course, whose brother was Wayne King. And I was so good. Sheathe your swords, draw your swords. I was so great at that. Go on, you were going to say something about yours.
Did you have a gift shop at the end of your thing? Because
No.
we did. There was loads of tables out with, like, you could buy like just anything really, but with Jesus's face on it. And like, even though I wasn't religious, I didn't pay attention throughout the whole thing. I just used to play the games or whatever. I still wanted like a Jesus rubber or something.
Well, he's got a nice face, hasn't he?
He has this sort of friendly.
In many ways, the rubber is symbolic of Jesus washing away your sins.
Away. All you have to do is say you're sorry.
I remember once I told a girl to piss off, and I got in trouble for that because she said she had an Elvis record, and I went, so have I. Piss off.
Oh,
I remember piss
Why did you do that? It was a bit mean.
It was. I just remember piss being the specific word. That's the thing. But also, we'd have things like there'd be like games and stories going on, and then they'd say, before we start this, if anybody would like to invite Jesus Christ into their heart, just put your hand up, and we'll go out in the hall and do it. And
well, surely he knows. Why do
so
you need
we'd
to...
go, yeah, sure, do that. And then I remember going into the hall of this weird like community centre. It's still there. And about 3 or 4 years ago, I went and parked there, and I kind of looked through the window. I might go in one day. And we I'm like 6 or 7, and we got down on our knees, and we actually prayed and invited Jesus, which is that's a great thing to do. At 6 or 7, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. People want to get down on their knees, invite Jesus in. Wonderful, beautiful. That's great. But at 6, it was a bit weird. And this is, by the way, this is not a knocking of Christianity. This is
no, it's not. No, I've no problem with it at all. It's just when I think back, I think how religion just wasn't part of our life, other than when they needed someone to look after us for a bit.
I also heard in your podcast that you were lucky enough to broadcast a breakfast show at your school's.
Sorry, I'm on the phone. I'll be right. To Ian and Kath.
Okay. You haven't seen my keys anywhere?
No, I haven't seen your keys anywhere. Sorry.
Okay,
I'm in so much trouble.
This week is supposed to be about us, actually, and you're talking to
to
them.
who? You don't know them.
You were lucky enough to present a breakfast show. This will be the last one, and then you can go.
Oh,
you can go
God, yeah.
Present a breakfast show on your school radio station.
Yep.
Wow.
Hang on.
When we were at the Brit school, so they got a week FM license, and I was giving the breakfast show. I remember I was really nervous about it, and I said to my parents, right, here's how you tune in. I'll tune your radio in so you can listen to it. And this was like in the morning, went off, did the show. I thought it went well. And then I got home in the evening, and I was all excited. I went up to my dad and said, oh, did you listen to it? And he said, lasted 5 minutes. You've got an awful voice. I didn't really feel like it didn't hurt me or anything. Like, I wasn't upset by it, but thinking back, I was thinking, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Maybe it's like, you know that M. Night Shyamalan film, Unbreakable, where the bad guy goes around just like blowing stuff up and crashing airplanes because he said he wants to find a real life superhero, because every superhero has to have an origin story.
Yes.
So he does all these terrorist acts until Bruce Willis survives a plane crash and goes,
there you are.
Maybe your dad's that guy and you're Bruce Willis.
I don't think that's the case. No, I think he's just a bit of an arsehole.
David, go and spend time with your family, you weirdo.
Okay, speak to you later.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Tutty bye. Honestly, the shows this week are so good. They're so good. I would thoroughly recommend it. Thoroughly recommend it.
Blue hearts. One for bros and friends you can trust and confide in. Bros. So if you want to say, you know, I feel affection towards you, but you don't want them thinking that there's anything romantic in it, use a blue heart.
What's the aubergine and water symbol?
That's
I sent that to my mum the other day, just thinking it looked cute.
I think that's more for bros.
Okay.
Purple or violet heart. Here we go.
I'll phone you back after this one, Alex.
From horny to love for sparkle and luxury. Oh no, from horny to love for sparkle and luxury. This heart emoji has a dual meaning, so be careful. When sending it to someone in the personal chat, the purple or violet heart emoji means you're into them, at least physically, as it expresses physical attraction and conveys that you're not shy. Alternately, this noble, dazzling heart is used for glamour, extravagance and magic.
Or alternatively?
No, they put alternately. But it is the Hindustan Times, so perhaps they have a slightly different... This noble, dazzling heart is
Can't we
used...
read this from an English newspaper?
Because they don't go in for all this. Well, actually, they do. They've probably not got it yet.
An English newspaper.
Extravagance and magic is used when sharing luxurious products, outfits, or activities on social media. Black heart. Used the most, ironically, This mysterious one is for embarrassing someone, expressing dark humour, or to show rebellion. White heart, clean and minimal, created as a friend one. Brown heart, few know that this chocolate-covered heart is comfort food for your soul and signifies a strong, sweet love that stands the test of time. It means the person you're sending to is dependable and warm.
Okay.
Chocolate love.
I want to thank. Jesus, your kids are in the next room. I want to thank Sloop and Pete and Delith for your subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's call Alistair up. I need to make this work so that they can see us, but it won't be today, I'm afraid. Let's try. Try that one.
Hello. Calls to
Let's
this.
try that one.
Pefner says I use black hearts to show that I am well goth. I did think that.
Good morning. Good
Alistair.
morning. Good morning. Dee.
You know your
Sing that
moods.
Beatles song.
Good morning. Good morning. You know your moods are quite easy to read.
All right.
I don't know if you were aware of that.
Yes, probably, because I'm on maximum venlafaxine, and I think that the highs are high and the lows are low with it.
Heidi, hi.
So, and that's why I'm calling.
Crackerjack.
First of all, how are you, Ian? This morning?
I feel quite nauseous, and I took a pill way too late last night, so I'm very cloudy, but I'm all right. I've had my low, then I had my upswing. I'm going back on the down low. I'm going back downwards, and there's stuff about my placement has disappointed me. It was a weird thing. We hate it when our friends become successful. I saw Jeff Lloyd's got a breakfast show for a week, and I'm like, oh, I love Jeff, and so that resentment comes purely from ego. Because I want Jeff to do well. I think he's a wonderful presenter and broadcaster and a really nice guy. But my ego's like, that's not fair. That's not fair, Jeff. Even though I know that his work has been patchy for the last couple of years. And I'm overwhelmed by the amount of work I have to do for this bloody radio station. And at this moment in time, I'm thinking, oh, Jesus, what's the point, man? What's the point? I ain't going to make any money. It's more work for... I am working, Alistair, harder than I've ever worked in my life for the least amount of money in my life. I'm earning less, I think, than when I worked at HMV. And that's, that is what it is. So that's how I am, Alistair North.
Okay. So, first of all, I just hope that something comes both your ways at some point. Anyway, I had a venlafaxine moment this morning, which you may understand. So I opened my pack of medicines I get from the chemist.
Yes.
And I hadn't checked it, at the time that I got it. So it was the time to take my morning dose of venlafaxine, and of course, there's a note in there. We haven't got it.
Oh.
And I panicked. Because you know that...
What?
The withdrawal effects of venlafaxine.
Strong.
Think, oh, my God.
Did they send
what
it
am
to
I
you, or
gonna
did you
do?
collect it from the chemist?
They send it to me.
Right. Okay.
Cause I'll tell you for why. Because when I was drinking... my memory was terrible, and they agreed to kind of treat me as someone with dementia.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that delivery still happens. But I thought, oh my, what am I going to do? Now, luckily, I kept a whole load of old meds as kind of spares, but I didn't think I had a venlafaxine supply in there, but I did have one pack left, so panic over. But yeah, it's literally, it must be like, if you're on heroin and your heroin suppliers let you down, and you think, it's such a strong medication, venlafaxine. It's simply like that. It's like, God, if I don't get this, the electric shocks, the withdrawals will be absolutely dreadful.
I am great, as I think all addicts are, at manipulating my doctor to get whatever I want. I can do it. It's dead simple. Oh man, this was years and years ago. Oh man, I'm not sleeping, and I'm wired, and I've got some sleeping tablets. This is years and years and years ago, and. For a while, remember I had to go in every month to see someone about my antidepressants, just when I moved here. I'd never had it before. But now, the manipulation with a very small m, what I think some doctors don't realise is that people who are on antidepressants or medication, when it's coming to the end, there's a real anxiety for some people about, oh my God, I've only got a week's left. Oh my God, what if that prescription doesn't get made? What if what happens to Alistair happens to me? And so I have kind of wangled it so that I have got a couple of weeks breathing space. And it's not being dishonest. It's just saying to my psych, could you send me a prescription for this, please?
It's like a safety cushion.
It's a little safety cushion. Just probably about maybe 2.5 weeks, so that I can now renew every month. And if there is a delay, because my chemists have been awful at the moment, if there is a delay, I've got a little bit of breathing room to do it. So you have got enough? You've got enough for today?
Oh yeah, no, and I had more than a few actually, because I do similar to you really, but I had forgotten that I had that stuff available. So I had the tablets. So I went down to the chemist. I thought, well, I'll pick up. Hopefully they've had a few days. Maybe they've got that supply in now. And no, they were out completely, and they couldn't tell me when they could supply it as well.
Oh God!
So I'm thinking Boris Johnson has ruined this country, and he's caused my supply of venlafaxine not to be there.
Well, it's quite possible.
Because of the lorries. And,
it's quite possible.
So what had to happen is I went down to the surgery, and they gave me a new prescription for 150 times 2 daily.
Beautiful.
So it was then fulfilled. But and when this sort of thing happens, I think that this is just me. I mean, apart from the side effects and everything, it does reflect my addictive personality as well. That's the sort of person I am in respect of, things that I'm used to having or taking or doing. And, I suppose that's that. That's what I was born with, and that's what I've got. But,
Life is shit, as that's my response to that. Thank you for that, Alistair. Will you be joining us? Go on.
The other thing I wanted to mention was, I don't suppose either of you saw Ashley Banjo's documentary last week about. They did a thing about the response to the Black Lives Matter dance they did on Britain's Got Talent.
I saw clips on Gogglebox.
Right.
I didn't see it, but I'm aware of the Jim Davidson section.
He tried to walk out and went out the wrong door, which is beautiful. That's not the way out, Jim.
What a bell cheese. It really is. I mean, but they said, I noted that Ashley said at the end that he had his own cameras there. So he's probably going to edit it.
One of those guys. One of those guys, yeah.
You can't trust the mainstream media.
Yeah. It was just horrible seeing him on television, really. That was my response. Because, I mean, he is so toxic now, and he feels that he can just be absolutely horrible. I mean, he didn't even give Ashley Banjo a chance to ask questions because he was always butting. I know that these things are edited and all the rest of it. It was just horrible.
But you can't edit what people say. People said it, you can, but people say it, and they've said it. That's That's the thing.
The crux of his argument seemed to be that your dance made people more racist. He went, well, you can only make racists more racist. I don't think you can force, people. And he also said something like, yeah, but we haven't got cops like that in this country. I mean, God.
Oh, God. I mean, look at what... Oh, gee.
He made my sister miserable when she worked on Generation Game, and that for me is that's enough. That's enough. You know, the rest of it for me is gravy. That's enough. He's an a-hole.
Absolutely dreadful.
All right, Alistair, thank you very much.
Have a good show.
Tutty bye. Do you want to see something weird, Catherine?
Always.
Wave at the camera.
I saw you doing
Then
that.
stop. Okay, right. So you're just waving, right?
Yeah.
But now do this.
Why?
Then stop. Do it big. It does one extra.
No!
Did
why
you see that?
would it do that?
The wave does nothing, but this, it does one extra.
Or is there
what-
just a slight delay?
Well, obviously there's a delay, but
Is it making us... Oh, God.
it's weird, right? So that's why I was pulling. That's why I was gurning, because if I do that and stop, it does one more. You got to do it fast. Good morning, Milky. Hello. Hello.
Bom dia.
Hello?
Oh, we go.
There we go.
Thank you, Andy.
How is the sound? Because I cannot see my camera. I don't know if it sounds okay. Like.
It
We
sounds
can't hear
fine.
you.
Yeah. Sorry?
Pardon?
How is the sound?
Sound is great.
Oh, okay. Because
Sounds
now
like you. Is
I
it you?
have yeah, it's me, and you look wonderful, Catherine, today.
Now, that's either a joke at my expense, a joke at your expense, or a creepy way of being sincere.
I'm serious. No, you look
Okay.
wonderful. Yeah.
Thanks.
It's late in the evening.
I've bought this.
I stole George Harrison's wife
Then I
I
got
bought
a
this-
bit racist.
and did some heroin tonight. I'll put that needle in my arm, and I did no harm.
But I don't like vaccinations.
I bought this thing on eBay. Like you buy it for a few cents. Like it's like a sliding.
Scale.
No, for the webcam, you slide it and it turns off the webcam.
Okay, so that's why you can't. That's why the webcam is off.
But apparently, if you use one of these things, people think you are a pervert.
Well,
I mean, you didn't need to add any more fuel to that raging forest fire, but thank you. I mean, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, sometimes I forget. I just need to slide it to open the webcam. You buy it for a few cents on eBay, like.
Okay.
could you not just like stick a bit of blue tack on it or something else sticky?
Plaster.
Yeah, you could.
plasters,
But
isn't
this is more professional. Something like. It's
Oh,
not
right,
like
so you want something proper.
like it's like
Don't look
having
like
this.
some amateur
this
pervert.
Daniel,
This-
are you coming to our live show in Luton on December the 12th?
I have a few recommendations for you.
Okay.
Oh, changing the subject. I like it.
answer, but let's focus on this.
One of them
No,
is like
be quiet. I'm talking.
okay.
Are you coming to our live show at Luton on December the 12th?
I don't live zone 3.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Well, let me tell the ladies and gentlemen watching, there are 3 tickets left. All right? 3 tickets. Even if you don't want to come, I suggest buying them. Are you buying a digital ticket to
No.
see the show? So you can watch it live from your own home for just £6.
I have difficulty with this word. I never know if you say tier or tire. Usually I
I'm
used
not
to-
saying, I didn't say tier. I'm
Tier.
saying you can buy a digital ticket to watch our live show from the comfort of your own home. It's only £6.
Okay.
I've just posted the
Okay.
link in the chat.
Okay, I'll do it. I buy it.
Okay, and I will know if you do it because I'm the one who the emails come to, so I will know.
Check him.
But also, if you're doing that,
I can do it now if you want.
yes, please. Jesus, this is great.
I'll
Well,
do
if
it-
you're
I'll do
doing
it.
that, I've got 2 more things to try and sell you. If you're doing that for an extra £6, you can get a backstage pass digitally, and that means you will see us. You'll get a private link that we shared with at the moment only about 10 other people. You will to watch us set up the room, and also to watch us during the interval. It's only £6 as well, so you might as well get both.
Actually, I'm more interested in free hugs.
Okay, well, that's not part of the thing. And here's the third thing I can sell you. Do you want to come and have Domino's at my house? With
I
me
would
and
actually
Catherine?
go there to loot, and if there were free eggs, like that's my
There's
thing.
no
free
eggs. We don't give eggs away free. I will give you a free hug if you came, but socially distanced.
or French kissing.
Oh,
Would you? That's not safe during COVID. You have to do it reverse cowgirl.
I
Would
prefer
you?
I
would
prefer
you-
French kissing, but hug is okay.
Would you like to come to my house with me and Catherine and have Domino's pizza? The pizzas, I'm paying for it.
but no kissing. Well,
Would you like to come? Genuine invitation.
I'm not ready for that.
Okay, because if you wanted to, if you go to the shop, you can also buy a ticket for you and a friend to come to my house for Domino's Pizza. It's only £1,500.
it's an
But
absolute
can I
steal.
make a suggestion? Like
Yes, sir.
the name of your tiers. I don't like the name of your tiers.
Oh
like,
well, tough.
Make your own tears.
Because for if I could be tier number 3, if it was called like be treated like an ambassador, then it would be appealing.
But tier 3 is not. You're not. It's not ambassador level.
No, well, you could call it be treated like an ambassador.
We could do, but we wouldn't be treating you like an ambassador. There would be no Ferrero Rocher.
Which ambassador? The one that gets kicked out of the country because it gets a bit hostile. That we could definitely do.
Yeah.
So tier 5, be treated like an ambassador.
Okay.
Tier 5. Tier 5.
But Izzy has asked, do you need separate tickets for?
And
listen,
also,
please be quiet, please be quiet,
you send
please
the
be quiet,
news,
please
when
be
you
quiet,
send
please be
when
quiet,
you send
please be
send
quiet.
the
Okay, you had to do that. You saw I had no other choice but to do that. I had to taser him. Had a weapon pointed at me and he was stepping towards me. I gave him 3 chances. Izzy says, do you have to buy different tickets for the backstage pass and the live show? Basically, yes. If you are a 666 and above, you will get sent the links for the live show only. The live show only. Right? If you're 666 and above, you will get sent the links for the live show only. You will not get sent the links for the backstage pass. That's a separate thing.
That's a little cherry on top.
That's a separate thing which you'd have to pay for. If you are not a 666er, you want to see the show, you have to buy a ticket. And if you want to see the backstage stuff, you have to buy another ticket. £12 for the 2 tickets is cheaper than the actual tickets. And the people in the venue won't get the backstage stuff.
No, they won't.
They won't get the backstage stuff. So will the live show be able to see after the live show if you're attending the live show? No. No, it will not. You will need... the link will not be available. It's only for the people that bought the digital ticket, I'm afraid. So if you want to see the show again, you can buy the digital ticket. And I'm not sure what we do with the podcast. I wonder if the £20, I think, just thinking out loud, £20 get it, and everyone else has to pay a £5 for it. Does that sound about fair? And the reason we're doing this is we spoke to the wonderful Keith and the girl, and they said that is legitimate to do, and I hope you think it's all cool. Sofa Bomb, thank you very much indeed. Let's take this call. Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello, caller. Who is this? Who are we talking to, please?
So when you say kids in the newsletter, who are the kids? Like,
What? Can you read the sentence?
because in the newsletter you say, and there's free stuff, kids.
There
Who
is
are
free
the-
stuff. This show is free today. That's what that. You
No.
are the kids.
Oh,
We are the parents, and this show is free. And tomorrow's show, which I think off the top of my
But
head is 7
kids
till.
are
Okay,
not
I'll stop
treated
talking.
like ambassadors. Like that's not.
But
Well, the ambassador thing is coming from you, Daniel.
also that is an
So
email to
we are the
everybody.
kids-
Okay, I'm
we
going
are
to stop
the
talking
kids
because
and-
you obviously don't want to hear.
Okay, so we are the kids, but we are not treated like ambassadors. Is that it?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Can I say another thing?
I'm not getting involved in this conversation because it's clear you don't want to hear
Our input.
what I do.
Now, I have a follower on Twitter. I have one follower.
Pervert. Is it a pervert?
No.
Oh.
She actually told me I'm a real man.
She's a pervert.
She's a bot.
No, it's this
Her
lady.
name is Stacey 592612AB.
Actually, she's a bloke somewhere who's trying
No,
to
she told me
romance con
you are a real man. She told me that you are a real man, and it's the only follower I have on Twitter. She's from Las Vegas.
Yep.
Does she need money to get a ticket?
She was raped by Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, well, we don't. First of all, we are not bound by the rules of the radio, but you can't say that, man, because you have no evidence. We have no evidence, and I don't believe that is the case.
And it's probably not her.
We now, yeah, you can't say that, man. And I
No,
distance.
when I say
okay,
Cristiano
thank you.
Ronaldo.
Goodbye. We distance ourselves from that comment. That is nothing. I'm not buying into that. Apologies to anyone that was offended by that, and we now have to go and cut that out. So thanks, man.
The internet.
Thanks, man. You've now made extra work for us. But it's interesting she chose you to tell that to. Thanks, man. Got to go back and cut that out. So thanks for that, Daniel. Appreciate that, buddy. That's really, really helpful. Really, really helpful to us.
Anyway, if you want to give us a ring, you can.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. There are moments when I really miss being on the radio. There are moments I go, thank Christ, I'm not. Well, actually, that would be easier to deal with on the radio because you just say what we say. I mean, that's probably enough for us, but I don't want that evidence of that floating around. Or do we need to get rid of it?
I think that we countered it fine. I think it's quite obvious that whoever he's talking to is not a legitimate person.
We leave.
And I think it's flipping awful
that
whoever it is using that as an in.
You know that, oh God, here comes Gatford, who's going to say something awful. So that is nothing to do with us, what he said there. And I hope nobody's offended or lawyering up. Hello, Gatford.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Yes, I did, when you tripped over and fell flat on your face at a comedy gig I was doing.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Actually, you weren't very kind to me, but your ex-wife was. But,
that's why we had to split
up. Fair enough. You mentioned
irreconcilable differences.
You mentioned
you were named
it
in
on
the
stage.
papers.
Was I really?
It's 11:11, guys. 11:11. If you're one of those people that buys into that stuff, Gary's on the line.
Yeah, I thought I'd ring as a bit of a palate cleanser to that last phone call.
Thank you.
And just completely change the subject.
Go for it.
And I've got a week off, and I feel like I've planned too much.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a second. Say that again. You've got what?
I've got a week off.
Well, is it bad enough to get some Cavonia, or is it that small? A wee cough?
Hold on a minute. There's someone knocking at my door. Hold on a minute.
Is someone ringing your bell?
There's someone ringing me bell. Can you hold, caller? Can you hold?
It's that one that's not Carol Vorderman.
It's the people that clean me bins. Hold on.
What?
Richard says that song was played at my nan's funeral, and yet hearing Gatford singing it was somehow more traumatic.
Yeah.
Don't forget, if you want to help us and support the show, you can donate. You're getting this for free. This is normally reserved for the Patreons. You're getting this for free. Let's get the donate thing in the chat. Let's get it up to £100.
Sorry, I'm just on the phone. Right, £3, yeah.
£3 for a bin clean. Do you get your bins clean?
It's like when
you clean something you put dirt in.
Oh, I clean the bins a lot because I get that bin stinks. Almost every week I'm bleaching.
Oh, but yeah.
But this is like when a guy. This sounds like one of those protection rackets where a guy walks into a shop and said, "It would be a shame if these things got broken," and then knocks a cup off the thing.
So I'm back. I paid to get my bins cleaned because they're outside my house and I don't want them smelling.
I agree. I clean my bins, but how often do you get them cleaned?
Every fortnight they get done by a company that come around, and they're very good.
That is,
and
do you know, I've not heard of a company.
Vans.
I'd not heard of a company doing it. I've got new cat food for the cats the last couple of months since I found out Felix. There are issues with Felix perhaps being dangerous. So I've now bought Sheba. Jesus, it stinks. And it attracts, flies and I also put my food in the bin because I don't want that food bin crap.
Oh, no.
And it stinks. And so every 3 or 4 weeks, I get it in the back garden. I've got a hose it down, I bleach it, I hose it down, I bleach it, I hose it down. I have to do the same with my pedal bin in the kitchen. So that's a great business. Richard says
he's got one of those vans that's like a bin van, but instead of like putting it in the bin, it washes it inside.
Yeah.
That's what he says, but that's like those TV detector vans that are empty. Richard says, "Why is Felix dangerous?" I can't remember. Google it. It's real. It's a real story. That some cats, like tiny percentage, like 0.0 something, but enough for me to go, I'm going to try something else.
Perhaps they use British sewer water. Who knows?
Oh,
hey, politics.
There we go.
Politics there. Kath, may I ask a question?
Other than that one, yes.
Oh, yes, okay. I'm enjoying you on Twitter, and you seem to have been there. You seem to be there a lot more recently. I understand.
Yeah.
She's
but
bored.
I'm really enjoying. No, sure, I understand. But I just want to emphasise how much I'm enjoying your commentary on life at the moment,
Well,
and how much I'm enjoying it.
Thank you. I think sometimes I mouth off too much, but never mind. We shall see whether.
But you do what you want to do. But I'm just saying, you on Twitter is quite funny.
Oh, thanks very much, Gatford.
All
That
right.
kind of is like saying you look nice today. You on Twitter's quite funny. Really?
No,
So.
Well, tricky, awkward. No, not that you're not funny here, but just saying you're funny on Twitter. So I'm just giving you some positive reinforcement because you deserve that.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I tried to.
Thank you.
Well, Daniel's coming to the live digital show on December the 12th.
Oh
Thanks,
my
Daniel.
word!
Oh, yeah.
At least he's not coming to Luton.
Leave zone 3.
Oh no, hang on. No, it's not. It's not him.
Oh, okay.
It's Dan Carrasco.
Hey!
DJ Dan. Live show.
DJ Dan, the one. There was a guy that turned up at Luton last time that was offering to do tours of Luton.
That was not.
That was not DJ Dan,
Black.
was it?
Was that DJ Black?
That's DJ Black. And I'm thinking about doing that. I told him he should organise it for like the afternoon, and I'd rally up some numbers. So if you're listening, DJ Black, get on it.
Wow. Okay. I like the fact that you're all kind of organising your day around a little get.
No,
get
it's
together.
nice. I like the get together.
I'm coming up Saturday. I'm making a weekend of it.
DJ Black said this is a big thing for me to offer because I'm very shy and socially uncomfortable and did it. No one took him up on it, but I think it was the act of offering it.
Yeah.
If you book a backstage pass, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people coming. It's just a small club, and live shows. It's about 10 people have got tickets for the digital live show, so it's small, it's intimate. And you won't be able, you'll have access to it afterwards if you buy the ticket. Other people won't. I'm kind of liking the idea of keeping. I need to save, so I write myself a little email every time I get a name. I like the idea of kind of keeping it small, keeping the live show, separate.
Yeah.
But if people want to pay a little bit extra, because we're not doing the tour, we're not going to do a tour. So this is a great way of people coming to see it.
Yeah.
And I'd just like to reserve my seat on the moderator sofa, please. If
You
that's
said
okay.
cushion, you cut off as a direct result of that. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Let's just see if we've sold those last 3 tickets or if people hate us.
They're the only options.
Let's see. People hate
People
us.
hate us, yeah. Turns
but
out.
do have a look at the shop. There's new
You
stuff
should
coming
be
up.
in bed.
You should be in bed. Who was that donated? Not much, but I hope it helps you both. Are truly wonderful. Keep up the great work you do. Graham,
Thanks, Graham.
fiver is a lot of money. Thank you. I'm not being sarcastic. A fiver is a lot of money. Thank you. DJ Black, thank you. Do check out the merch, right? Because in fact, I'm going to text Scott Balcony and say, let's get the Radio Anywhere merch up. We're going to get some Radio Anywhere merch up. So let me just text him.
I like Scott Balcony. He's what you would call a nice bloke.
Get that radio merch up. We will sell 20 today. Guaranteed. So there's stuff up there. There's an audiobook of Here's the Thing, which we need to record. There's signed copies of Here's the Thing. There's only a few left. There will be more stuff. We are going to be offering, get this, 30-minute like podcast and radio kind of coaching sessions with the both of us, £100. I think that's good value for money. 30 minutes, and we'll have a meeting on Zoom, and we will listen to your stuff, and we will kind of suggest, what we thought was great, what could be improved by us a little bit. We're on hand to give you technical stuff and artistic stuff. That's going to go up on the website soon, and that is going to be, and that doesn't get recorded. It's just actually we can record it for you if you want, but no one else gets to see it, and that's a private little thing. So that'll be going up. So there's going to be some cool stuff going up on there very, very soon. Andrea says, I love you. Would love to buy a ticket and meet you in the community. It's too far too soon. That's absolutely fine. We get that. But why don't you consider a digital ticket? And I'm just praying it doesn't balls up like it did last time. Otherwise, we're in big trouble. I'm going to practice setting up 4 streams so it will be smooth as. So my cleaner's coming today, and the last time she was here was 2 weeks ago. I don't think I've told you about this, not in much detail. And she's booked for 2 hours, right? And last week it was 4 till 6. Now, or maybe they say it was 3 to 5 actually, 3 to 5. Now I went out at 2:45 because I was going to get a picture framed, and I drove to Aylesbury, and at 2:55 to 3 she drove past me, 10 minutes away from the house, so she would have got there 5 minutes late. Hey, that's cool. I then got back at 5:26 and she had gone, so that is less than an hour and a half. Now here's my mistake. I texted her immediately. I should have waited. Because I said, I just got back. I passed you and I just got back, and that's less than an hour and a half, and just wondered if everything's okay. And she got back with an excuse that I could not argue with.
No, it's plausible.
But I should have waited for her to say, didn't do that. And
now you're wondering.
Now I'm wondering. I mean, I'm going to be out today when she comes because I don't like being in. And I'm not going to sit with a stopwatch, but it's like, come on, man. And also, the house was clean in that time. So part of me thinks, well, maybe I should just get 90 minutes. The house was done. There was no real difference as far as I could tell. It's middle class problems.
Tell you what,
baby.
A good cleaner is really hard. I had one for a little while, but what would always happen is that I would get one, and this was an agency, admittedly, so it was a different person all the time.
Yeah,
the first few times they would be brilliant, and then it would just gradually go downhill. And of course, I think if you're not cleaning the same house every time and you're not dealing with the same person, you're not saying hello to someone.
Yeah.
I'm just this faceless person who can afford to pay a cleaner. Back then I could. They don't have the same kind of investment in it, do they?
No, I always get the same person.
And towards the end of the agency one, I was like lifting up the bowl in the sink, and they'd be like
shitting in it to try and catch them out.
There'd be stuff under there, or the toilet, they just put bleach down there. And I'm like, listen, I could do half-assed cleaning. That was kind of the problem. I don't need to pay someone else to do it. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's one of those things. Yeah, it is a luxury problem, but it's a job. It's someone's proper job, and if they're not doing it properly, it takes the mick.
I get the cleaner for my mental health, and if I need to cut back I can cut back on Spotify and Netflix and stuff like this. This will be one of the last to go because I fret about my house not being clean, and it overwhelms me. And
it's
it
a symbol of
me.
not being able to manage things, isn't it?
Yeah, so I consider that like a mental health investment for myself. I had leg cramp last week. I went for a Thai massage on Friday. And she said, do you want it like a soft one or do you want it deep? I said, I want it deep. Oh my God.
She beat you up, right?
Oh, there were bits, and I've had it before where it's like agony, but it's like agony for 5 seconds. You think I can 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, I'm fine. This was flipping ages. So what they do is they push I was thinking if I get a doll shirt. So I'm on my front and push my legs back.
Use Peter.
There we go. All right. So I'm on like this, and then pushes the legs back like that, and then crosses the legs over, and the leg that is back is then used to push that one in. Jeez. And then she was elbowing my leg all the way up and down, flipping it. And then I had to sit up frontwise, and she just pushed me forward into, it's so much pain. It was awful. Tweety Bird, I did cleaning work in houses for 20 years. Don't watch the clock. If she's cleaning well, she doesn't steal from you. No, but if you're paying by the hour, yeah.
Also,
an hour
someone not stealing from you isn't a bonus. They shouldn't be stealing from you.
Also, an hour and hour and 26 minutes when you're paying for 2 hours. Yeah. Listen, 5-10 minutes and the job's done. That's fine. That's cool. But 34 minutes? That's not cool. And also, if she can do the job in that time, then why doesn't she say, look, I can do the job in that time? So, yeah, we'll count the hours. Trustworthy people are hard to find. If you did that job for the hourly rate, it's rubbish. The only way to make any money is doing that is to do jobs more quickly. If you like her, just stick with it. No,
because if she's doing jobs more quickly, it means that she can get around more houses, surely.
Yeah, so, up your rate then. Don't say this is my hourly rate, but we all know that I'm going to do 25% less. If you argue with her over time, she'll leave. Well, what is going on with you? When did I say I'd argued with her? If you like her, just stick with it. Just stay. Well, no, I do like her, but I want at least close to 2 hours when I'm paying for 2 hours. And also, I've looked for other people, but I couldn't find anybody that I got on with, so I'll stick with her. But if that happens again, I will not be sticking with her. Kate says, I got regular massages from my physio. You don't realise your muscles are so tight until they start. And you're right, Harsh. It's not trustworthy to do 25% less time than you are booked in for. I like her. I like her a lot. She's a really nice woman. And maybe that reason was there. That's fine. Okay. We'll do it. But we'll see. It happens again, and it will be curtains. And I don't mean cleaning the curtains. I would suggest you are way off line, in my opinion, Tweety Bird.
What you want is someone who's recommended by families who've had them for years and years because they're absolute solid gold, and that's the problem, isn't it? They're rare as hen's teeth because they get booked up because it is a thing actually for people to cut corners, and it is seen by some people as being a justifiable way to behave. But if you're paying for it, you're paying for it.
Lauren, thank you for the sub. Morph makes a good point. Can't you employ Kath to be your cleaner and Kath pay you to be her cleaner? Win-win. That's not a bad...
I think actually you might lose because I've got 3 people living in my house all the time.
Okay. What's your hourly rate?
Bit more than what you're paying.
You go first.
No, I barely clean my own house. I'm not cleaning anyone else's.
Always new debts. I don't know how I feel about this. We went through 3 agency cleaners. All were rubbish. We ended up paying my mum to do it, and she did an excellent job. Your mum, but what if she does a crap job, or she does 25% of the time she's meant to? How do you go, Mum? We got to get rid of you. We got to get rid of you.
My mother-in-law used to be a cleaner, and when I first had the babies, she used to give the house the once-over every now and again. It was really helpful, and she was great. And I couldn't have afforded a cleaner at that point. But I did feel, here's the thing, and she used to do some of my ironing sometimes, and she was doing it because it was her way of helping, right? It was kind of her love language. I'm going to do this for you. But sometimes I did feel like it was a comment on my own ability to keep the house.
Right.
Which I guess is ingrained misogyny. You know, it's me having these expectations on myself because that's the way we've grown up. Like, it should be my job. Why it should be my job when there's 4 of us that live in the house and 2 of us are adults is another matter. But I did see it a little bit. Maybe it was because it wasn't my mum. It was my husband's mum. I did see it a little bit as a criticism. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. And everyone was telling me, take it, it's so great. I mean, I wish someone would come and do my ironing. But if you're trying your best to keep up and someone just keeps giving you a little nudge, it can feel a bit... Also, I was massively hormonal after having babies, and you're trying to just balance everything and work out what normal is. So
Tweety Bird says the hourly rate for that job is not enough. Well, it's more than the living wage, significantly more than the living wage. I don't live in London, but it's significantly more than the London living wage. What isn't? Everyone can say our hourly rate for this job isn't enough. You know, everyone can say, well, the hourly rate for nurses isn't enough. Should I stop using nurses? You know, what do you consider the hourly rate to be enough? And also, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. This person obviously thinks that the hourly rate is enough. That significantly more than the London living wage, even though we don't live in London, is adequate.
I don't think it's unreasonable to expect someone to abide by the terms that you both agreed to. I don't think it's unreasonable. I would suggest that perhaps if you're not being paid enough to do a job, meaning that you have to do 2 jobs rather than 1, adjust your rates. Because if you're a good cleaner, honestly, if you're a good cleaner, people will pay it.
So I think I'm really confused, Tweety Bird. I think you're way off the mark. There's a personal issue for you. There's something that's happened to you in the past, or there's something that is resonating with you. And I don't know if you want to share that or not. But I would suggest that above, listen, it's a shit job, but some jobs are shit. You know, I should pay £50 an hour. I would suggest that if it's significantly above the London living wage, and we're not in London, and this person it's their own business, and that's what they're charging, and they're happy to charge, then that's up to them, and they're obviously happy with that. But I would say doing 75% of the time is dishonest at best, at worst, best, dishonest at best. And so you're suggesting that people should work for as long as what they feel is fair for the hourly rate. Well, that's bollocks. That's bollocks. Don't charge it as an hourly rate. Say, here's my fee, and when I'm done, I'll go. But don't say, here's my hourly rate, but you know what? I'm going to work 75% of that. So, you know, that's dishonest. That's dishonest.
Just because someone's not there standing over you, doesn't mean.
Hello.
Listen, do what you agreed to. That's all we're asking.
Yeah. Tweety Bird, your words to me make absolutely no sense at all. It sounds like something has happened to you in the past, and that has affected you. And you know, and here's the thing: if it went up much more, I couldn't afford to get her, so she's lost a job. There we go. No, nothing has happened. Then you contradict yourself. I just did that job for a long time. So nothing has happened. I just did that job that first sentence is meaningless. So I did that job for a long time. Okay, well, you have personal experience of it. Everyone does that. You can't say everyone.
No.
You can't say everyone. You can't say everyone. But if she went up much more, I couldn't afford it. That's one job gone. I suspect there will be other people in her rota that couldn't afford it. So you got to do a price that people can afford. So, okay, so you did it and you felt hard done by, my words. Okay. But you can't apply that to everybody else. What did you charge? What did you charge? What do you think? 2 questions. What did you charge? Don't have to answer it. And what do you think is a fair hourly rate? What would you consider to be a fair hourly rate? Let's have it. Let's do it. Let's talk money. Let's talk money. What is a fair hourly rate for that job? You tell me, because I don't know. And we'll see. £20 an hour, says Ace of Spades. Okie dokie. I couldn't afford it at £20 an hour, so that's that job lost. Carry on. To sort this crap out. Do you mean this conversation? I agree. Lulu, I saw that you called. We'll call you back in a second. Harry says £10 at most. Okay. Straps Hiddy says, what job? Job of being your nanny. Andrew B says £15. I really want it from Tweety Bird. That's where I want it from. Oh, your place. Okay, that's fair enough. Deli says £20 an hour is more than I get as an NHS nurse with 23 years experience. Well, then Tweety Bird could come back with the argument saying we should pay our nurses more. We could, and we should. That's irrelevant to this conversation. You can't. That whole job is irrelevant to this conversation.
No, unless what we're going to say is they're not paying them enough, so the nurses should be able to knock off early.
Yeah. Imagine that the nurses did
Everyone does it, though.
left. Everyone does it. Everyone does it. What do you think, Tweety Bird, is a fair hourly rate for a cleaner to come to your house and to clean? I was going to say that thing they say on Twitter. I'll wait. Let's give Lulu a call.
I think Lulu's also a former cleaner.
Depends on the size of the house. Well, it doesn't. What?
Oh, yeah.
That's the hourly. How can it depend? How can the hourly rate depend on the size of house? You do more.
If it takes you longer, then you charge
do more. Presumably, Pete said this is slightly different in that they're not working a solid 8-hour day or whatever. Tweety Bird says, I already answered you ages ago. I missed it. Could you type it in again? I know that must be quite tough for you, and you probably want, I don't know, 12 quid an hour for it. But I missed it. Could you type it in, please?
Lulu.
God, I love
What the fuck is wrong with you today, Tweety Bird? Answer a fucking question. Jesus. Yes, Lulu.
I love my cleaning jobs. I used to work down at the school, and they used to have to throw me out in the end because it helped with my mental health as much as anything, because it was taking something that was absolutely filthy and making it new again.
Right.
So I loved it. And they got free artwork and all of the class boards done as a bonus.
Go on, Kath. I'm just trying to find out what Lulu. But
So what you would do? Help the teachers out with the boards.
Yeah. Ended up doing nearly all the whole school.
Blimey! Well, they got
They were
a
very
real
sad.
bargain with you.
They were very sad when I left.
I bet they were. How long did you do it for?
Well, I did it for about 5 years, and then I started working in the nursery, so I was doing the cleaning and the nursery.
Right, hang on 1 second. Tweety Bird, you show me where you told me an hourly rate, because I don't see it. You show me where you told me an hourly rate. You show me where you told me an hourly rate, because I'm scrolling through it. I already answered you ages ago, you say. You show me where you said an hourly rate, because I'm scrolling back now, and nothing has happened. Did the job for a long time. What you charge to make a decent wage is not competitive. The hourly rate for that job is not enough. Okay, so you haven't said it. So you're now, there's a long one here. It doesn't have an hourly rate with it. Trustworthy people are hard to find. Right, so you haven't told me that answer. I told you ages ago. Well, you haven't. You literally haven't. Unless I've missed it, which is possible, because I'm a little bit tired and I can't quite read the screen properly. So when you said, don't give me a piece of nonsense. When you said, I already answered you ages ago, and the question was, what would be an hourly rate? You didn't. So, turns out, there's now 2 cleaners I can't trust. 2 cleaners are being dishonest. You've done 75% of the work. You said you've done it, but you haven't done it. So, I can't trust. This is now 2 cleaners I cannot trust.
Meanwhile, Lulu's doing her work and half the teachers' work as well. Lulu, I hope you claimed some back.
No, I loved it.
Well, you found it therapeutic. Some people do, but you know.
You've been moderated. Well, type it in now. Also, I see.
Because no, you haven't. Because I'm a moderator.
I see all the comments that get held back. And it's not in there.
There's nothing been deleted.
It's not been deleted. You haven't done it. You haven't done the work that I asked you to do. So instead of just going, I've been moderated, I did it. Type in the answer.
Oh, man.
Type in the answer now that you apparently typed in previously. Type it in. You have not been moderated. You did not type the answer. So type it in now. Just type in the numbers. I'm guessing it's 2 numbers. Type them in. Type them in. Let's see it. Let's have it. Sorry, Lulu.
It's all right.
Anyway, how are you doing apart from all that stuff?
Oh, I'm busy trying to sew all the poppies on the net. I gave myself 4 days off because my sternum was still sore, and I'm
right.
like,
Hang
I'm
on.
running out of time now.
Tweety Bird says £10 an hour for 5 years. That was question 1, but that question was only asked once. The main question that was asked repeatedly is, and that question wasn't censored. That answer wasn't censored. What do you consider to be the acceptable wage per hour for a cleaner? That's the question. Lulu, over to you, please. Sorry to interrupt.
So, what?
Tweety Bird says my sister charges £18 in Sussex. I don't give a fuck what your sister charges.
Oh my God.
I don't give a fuck about your sister. The question is, what do you consider to be an acceptable hourly rate for cleaners? I don't give a shit about your sister. Sorry, Lulu. Please carry on.
Oh, God, your sternum, Lulu, your sternum.
Anyway. Oh, I'm coming to see you at Luton.
You calm down, you fool. Don't type in there, calm down, you fool. You've got one more chance to answer the question. Don't fucking patronise me. One more chance to ask the question that I've asked you 20 times. And the next thing you type in, he's off! Oh, she is off! You're going because you can't answer the question, which you said, you lied and said you'd answer. The question is, what do you consider to be the acceptable wage per hour for a cleaner? You lied. You said you'd answered it. You told me something about your sister. I couldn't give a stuff about your sister. And now you're leaving. You're still here because you answered 7 times.
Oh,
you didn't.
That's not true.
Why are you lying? If you've answered 7 times, do me a favour, do it an 8th. Do it an 8th. Not yet. Not yet. Do it an 8th. Just type in the answer to the question. What do you think?
Every message you've sent this
You
morning.
haven't said it. You haven't said it. So you're lying. Maclay, thank you. You're lying. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not, because we're looking through all your things. You forgot the question. Fuck off. Fuck off. There you go. How about that? There's the answer. You forgot the question. There's the answer. The answer is fuck off.
Blimey.
Why is that?
I don't know. I mean, the premise that...
There's your answer.
The premise that
Fuck
just
off.
count yourself lucky they're not robbing you. If they're not doing the work that they've agreed to do, they are robbing you.
Why would you lie? Why would you lie about that? I told you 7 times. What?
Tell you what, they're true, though. What was true there, trustworthy people are hard to find, aren't they?
Gatford says, you have now been monitored. It is what it is, right? It is what it is so far. I don't think you get the show sometimes. Why would you lie about that? I told you 7 times. Calm down, fool. Sophie, what's your problem now? Jeez, what's your problem on your long list of problems? Maclay, thank you so much for the sub. Lauren, thank you for the sub.
Lulu, I hope your sternum
How's your
gets
sternum
better
doing?
soon.
Thank you. And I'll see you in Luton. I'll get off now.
See you later.
Sure, darling, bye.
Ubercan says, Della, thank you for the gift. Ubercan says, Ian, what happened to Daisy Donovan? Ian, you lemonhead.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for that question. 0203 if you
That
called in.
question dating back to about 25 years ago.
Sophie says, too many to mention. Why do you watch us? Why do you watch us? Because you keep seeming to have issues with the content. You didn't like it when 20 minutes, half an hour of a show was about Alan Bezic. You don't like it when we're doing the act. And it is an act, man. If you don't get that, why are you here? Why are you here? You say there's a long list of problems with it. I mean, why are you here? I don't get it. You know, and there will always be stuff that some people like, and some people like the arguing kind of pantomime. Some people don't. That's been part of the act longer than I can remember. Some people don't like the Bezic stuff. Some people don't. Some people like Catherine. Some people don't. Some people like me. Some people don't. I mean that's it. That's the show. No one is going to like. If everyone likes all of it, then they're weird.
Well, that's the difference, isn't it? Most people don't
to
expect...
get picked upon, fodder for you. Okay, well, I'm going to make it easy for you so far.
Wow.
Because no one gets picked upon. No one is fodder. You bring a negative vibe into the show. You don't like what we do, so I'm going to make it really easy for you. Goodbye. Anyone else want to go? Anyone else want to go? He's been hovering for ages. Always trust your instincts, Ian. Always trust your instincts.
Yeah, some people seem to enjoy... I think right, the usual rules of Twitch are you go into someone's stream and then you kind of stir it up in the chat. For a lot of people, that's the fun, right?
Yeah, and that's acceptable to people.
Yeah, this isn't the vibe here.
Get that band hammer out. So who's fodder? No one... What does that
not
even
what this
mean? What does that even mean? You've got a weird take on things.
I did an excellent joke on him last night and he didn't get it at all. He said that he named all his chickens Tony after the fella on Bezic, and I said, are they all cocks?
Okay.
And he went, well, I've got 2 cockerels, and I was like, oh no, it's a joke.
Is Kate Ketterfield, was he a £20 patron? Is he going to be in the next meeting? Okay, that's good. To be fodder. What do you mean fodder? You can't come on and lie and not be called out for it. The shouting is pantomime. You know that, right? The shouting is part of the pantomime.
Also, we don't need people to behave like that. That's not it.
No.
I know it is, Harry.
I'm looking forward to the email. We're going to get a long... Sofa Bum says, I'm scared when you suddenly say sofa. I'm changing my name to Futon Bum. We're going to get a long email, which we look forward to reading out to you at some point about that. 0203 286 6370. We won't watch Paddington Green. We've got a show tomorrow night, 7 till 9:30, at Paddington Green. It's a free show. That's a freebie for you all to come and watch and be part of. Hello, caller.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted?
Spanish?
Así que vamos a hablar en español porque has intentado al principio.
No. Oh my goodness, I'm going all Milky Daniel. Well, I better not actually.
He's Portuguese. Racist.
Yeah. I just wanted to lighten things a bit and come in with a recommendation.
Why would you want to lighten things? What is your problem? If you know where it's going. Go on.
Yeah, I'd like to recommend something on Twitch. I've been strangely addicted to an IRL streamer called Hitch, who's known for kind of hitchhiking around the world and streaming it live. But because of the pandemic, he's stopped doing that. But instead, he's cycling, and he's been cycling down the west coast of Portugal. And he's had amazing internet connection, so he's been able to stream most of it. And it's absolutely fantastic, and it's really wholesome. I mean, very, very occasional swear if he's going up a particularly steep incline or something. But
that's allowed.
Yeah, I think that's allowed. It's just really nice. As my dear late gran used to say when watching crap films in the afternoon, the scenery. It's just a really nice stream that's going on at the moment. And,
it sounds like absolute bliss, especially because we're all a bit landlocked at the moment.
Sorry, I missed that because I was just replying to someone who's having trouble buying a ticket digitally. So a friend of yours is streaming where? And apologies for asking you to repeat yourself.
No, not a friend at all. Just somebody I stumbled across on Twitch. Who goes by the name of Hitch. He's a Canadian. Okay. And he's got the rather... Sorry, I'm going to insult Trevor's. He's got the rather dull name of Trevor. He's streaming a bike ride down EV1, which is the Eurovelo route on the Atlantic coast of Europe. And he flew into Porto. He flew in his own bicycle, freighted, and then he's going quite slowly down the west coast of Portugal, and most of the time the weather has been fantastic. It's 20 degrees Celsius. He's getting the sunsets in the evenings, and it's just, it's just
we're
nice.
watching him now. He's got 811 viewers.
While he's having a coffee and a sandwich.
With a budgerigar.
There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of tasty and cheap Portuguese food, and it's not a sort of deep cultural experience because a live streamer struggles to go into to certain buildings and because you lose your stream or it's not allowed and so on. So it's more about meeting people, meeting interesting people, and the great countryside. And he's hoping to go. He has a girlfriend back in Canada, and she said to him, "You need to be back by Christmas." And he started this adventure about 10 days ago, and he's going down the west coast and then going in along the Algarve, and then hoping to get up the Spanish coast as well. But he's doing so many stops for coffee and pastries that I think he might struggle to reach them.
We are, in that case, that's our raid for today. That's where if he's still going when we finish in a little bit, half an hour or so, then that is our raid. That's what we're going to raid.
He will be, because a lot of the time he streams for like 13 hours of the day. From an hour or so after he gets up, usually he pitches a tent somewhere in a forest, and and then an hour or so after he gets up, he starts to stream until he pitches his tent again or stays in a hotel occasionally. So, or last night, or a couple of nights ago, there was somebody who was watching him on Twitch and said, come and pitch your tent in my back garden, which sounds a bit
Crikey.
rude, but no, it was very, very, very safe. Although there are occasions where things can go a little awry, but you can watch his VODs for that.
13 hours, says Tony. Is that even possible? It's cheating when you're moving. It's cheating when the heart keeps going. So that's cheating. Morning, Jamie. Thank you for that, man. Well, that's going to be our raid in about half an hour or so.
What was your name? We didn't catch it.
Oh, I think it's still Alan.
All right, Alan.
Thank you, Alan. Bye, Alan.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you, Alan. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. So we will do Paddington Green is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We're going to get through. I want to get through 2 episodes of Paddington Green. I need to message Claudia to say that we are going to be in London on, is it the 12th of November, I think it is? And if she wants to meet up for a coffee, that would be really, really cool. And don't forget, tonight at 10 o'clock, Radio Anywhere. Download the app on Google or on Apple. And you might need to, on Google, if you type in Radio Anywhere, then at the top there are different tabs. Click on New, and it will be there. We're going to pick a winner tonight. Only I can't look at Apple reviews. I can't see them. But the best 5-star review that I read tonight on Google Store Google Play, whatever it's called, I don't know what it's called, Play Store, will win a prize. There's going to be a prize, and tonight we're going to do a show 10 till 11. It's going to be a proper old school, absolute LBC, early days of talk radio style phone in, and we had about 350. If we regularly start getting over 500, I'm going to start doing it twice a week. Oh, last bit of business about that. If you want to advertise on there, I'm doing like a cheap start deal, £75 a week for 4 weeks, starting from about November the 8th. We've got 3 already. 75 quid a week for 4 weeks is nothing, right? That's nothing. And you'll get pre-recorded ads played throughout the day and before and after some of the shows that we've got, the pre-recorded shows. And you'll also get live reads in any live shows that I do. You'll also... we're going to build a page, Matty, I haven't told you this yet, for advertisers on the radioanywhere.live website. So you are going to get all of that stuff for £75 a week. I was in the jungle. Imagine having someone from I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here plugging your podcast, your shop, your Twitch stream, your
cleaning service.
Your cleaning service. For 75 quid a week. That's nuts, man. That is nuts. I need to upload some more music. Loads of people are listening to it. It might become something. It might become, for me, I think, did I say this on this or was it yesterday? For me, the key slot in radio is 7 o'clock till midnight in the evening. That's what I'm going to focus on, 7 till midnight. The rest of it will be repeats of stuff that goes out then and music. But 7 till 10, with my live shows kind of being at 10, and I can if we start making money, I can foresee a time when it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 10, and then repeating that. I don't know. I don't quite know. I need to get some sheets of paper and write down what I think. But we've got the computer game show, we've got Fadson podcast, we've got loads of stuff, and then Sunday morning 9 till midnight. Beatles breakfast.
Nice.
9 till midday. 9 a.m. till midday. I was going
to say 9 till midnight. It's a long breakfast.
Can do it. I could listen to the Beatles that long. Then midday till 3 o'clock. Pleasant Valley Sunday. It's the Beatles. It's the Monkees. The Monkees. 3 hours of the Beatles, followed by 3 hours of the Monkees. And even if you just want to advertise, like a nice message of peace, do that. It's all kind of part of the thing that's going to make this work or not. If you want an advert and a live read that's like, hey man, just everyone be nice to each other, then you can do that. We can do that. If kind of like a sponsorship of the station. You can email radio@radioanywhere.live. Radio@radioanywhere.live. That's the place to go. For all of us. The email. And the emails kind of come through to my phone, but it takes ages for some reason Did I hear you say you'd be in London on the 20th of November? No. 12th of November. £75 a week is an hourly rate of £45. And I'm happy with that. I'm very, very... £75 a week is nothing. And I keep saying it thinking, geez, that is... People that use the app should all leave a 5-star review in the App Store. They certainly should.
That would be handy.
And I didn't realise I had Alexa on my Fire Stick. So I was entertaining the boys yesterday by going, hey, Alexa, play Radio Anywhere. Playing Radio Anywhere, you massive plum. Love it. I think I can update that.
Do you have to do something to your Alexa to accept that?
Oh, sometimes some you do. Some you have to...
Because mine doesn't see it.
What was the thing? So you have to say something. Hey, Alexa, set
Amazon skill or something.
the skill. What is it? Because some people had it automatically and some people have to say that. Visionary Soup says, mine's playing it now. Thank you. There's a phrase you have to say to kind of set it. It's like, hey, Alexa, set skill Radio Anywhere or something. I had to do it with mine. Roger. £75 is leaving early version of £100.
That's true.
Thank you. Roger's. I think, Roger, your Alexa hates you. I think it hates you because it's constantly trolling you.
Yeah.
And you added the skill using the Alexa mobile app. You can say something to it, Twisty, that does it. Someone here will know it. 0203 286 6370 is the phone number. If you want to... In other unrelated news, I see Trevor McDonald is the new games master. Is he? That makes sense. Enable skill is the thing. Hey, Alexa, enable skill Radio Anywhere. Enjoying the music on Radio Anywhere. My song of the week this week is Follow the Sun. And Alexa, enable the Radio Anywhere skill. That's what you need to do.
Okay.
Alexa, enable the Radio Anywhere skill. You're both of my Alexas off. That's new. Okay, Gary, thank you. I've got no idea what that means, but thank you very, very much. There we go. What should we do for the last 20 minutes or so? What do you...
20 minutes. So many possibilities. I mean, we didn't want to watch a Paddington Green. We could.
No Paddington Greens. I want to do that tomorrow, I think. Chat It's Fate. I emailed them about advertising. They said, thanks very much, but the Chat It's Fate is... I don't know if they use the word uncertainty, but Chat It's Fate might be out. Is what I read as the email.
You mean they can't foresee it?
There we go.
They keep sending me.
And jellyphones.
I didn't bring my latest Chat It's Fate, otherwise I could help you out with that.
I mean, we've always got the yes/no game. If anyone wants to call in and be humiliated, my mind has been a blank the whole show. If I'm completely honest, very foggy. Gary says ring a few cleaning companies and ask about hourly rates. That was weird. That whole conversation was weird.
There was something else going on there.
Oh yeah, it wasn't anything to do with us.
Yeah,
but they took it out on us. But the weird thing was, I've told you 7 times. What? It's not 1 o'clock already, is it?
Come on.
There's something. There's something going on. I like the argument stuff. I want to do more of that in the radio. If you want to phone up for a full-blown argument, it's the same phone number as this. Then do. What shall we do for the last 15 minutes or so? Anyone got any suggestions? I tell you what, let's hand it over to you. Does anybody here have any suggestions?
An AMA.
What does that mean?
Ask me anything.
South Leeds says they charge between $35 and $50 an hour over there. Click live. Oh, you can't click live on this, I don't think.
Hey, tell you what I noticed yesterday.
What's your favourite biscuit?
You can go back by 2 minutes on this. You can rewind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's new, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We can ring up and let you know what celebrities we've met.
Someone's on the phone.
Here we go. It's our good friend Alistair.
Alistair.
Hello, it's me again.
Hello, mate. Thank you for helping us out of this pickle.
Do you want to play? It's a one you haven't played for a while. Where you name a band and then the person has to name a band with the last letter.
Adamant. Yes, I would love a game of Adamant. In fact, I'll tell you what. Do you have access to Zoom? I know we won't be, because of the unique way the BBC is funded. Our camera will not be turned on Zoom. Hang on, will our camera be turned on? No, it won't. You've got to open Zoom before. Okay, we'll do it on the phone.
All right.
I go first as always, and Catherine second. You're third. Adamant.
T'Pau.
You two.
2 Unlimited.
Duran Duran. Does that go back?
Nope.
Nirvana.
Oh. Adam Faith.
Oh God. Harry Belafonte.
Well played.
Oh God, E. My goodness. Oh no. This is pathetic. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, Alistair. Thank you for that. We've run out of stuff, so then why don't we end
And
it?
steam.
Why don't we end it?
Everyone else does. We'll leave 15 minutes early.
That's gonna confuse. I mean, Tweety Bird's been in for ages and ages, and it's disappointing me that we had to do that. The irony of you knocking off early is delicious.
Isn't it though?
Jamie says, just activated the Radio Anywhere skill on my Alexa. Calls I was not expecting to get today. Hello, Lisa Marie.
Hello, 1 second.
Well, I was going to say I'm going to take the kids out if you want to come.
No, too tired. But thank you.
All right.
Hello, Lisa Marie.
Hello?
We cannot always sing as your OBS screen.
But we can hear you.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try in a second. Daniel called again.
Oh God.
Let's see who's going to libel this time. Okay, look, we're done. We're done. It's one of those ones that kind of hobbles along at the end.
Sputters out.
So let's go and raid Hitch, who was recommended to us by Alan. Is he going?
No. He's going to go and get on his bike, I'm imagining.
Okay.
He's just had his, what looked like quite an anemic sandwich.
See you tonight. Yeah, it was a bit boring. See you tonight at 10 o'clock, but you won't see me. And back tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. Oh, he is gone. He's gone. He's gone for a dump. Ta-ra. Oh, he's
There he
back.
is.
Goodbye.
And it's just like, huh? I'm like, huh?